So, hello everybody, we are live again. It's great to be with you all. So, we'll start with the announcements. Next stream is on Tuesday, which will be the 16th of July at 10 AM UK time. And thank you to all of you for coming. Thank you to Bogdan and Manisko and Manji. Lovely to see you, Manji. Hi to Nina and Oksana and Ronan. Hi to Sveta. Welcome to Valentine and welcome to Sergey and welcome to Vimal as well. Lovely to have you, Vimal. Okay, so this is where we've got to invent words to fit in the gaps. Manu, buenas. Okay, so logical fallacies, way to spot a bad argument. Hi Joy Saab. J.R. Tolkien in hot water because he backed up a coup in 1936 given by Franco. One reason was he was Catholic. Well, Tolkien's pretty radical right-wing British. I know he's really famous, but Tolkien came from Oxford. You see the area he comes from. He's extremely right-wing. So, here we go. This is talking about... Okay, so we've already got some answers. This is great. No, that's not what I wanted to... copy, and paste. That looks better. When people are trying to persuade you, they sometimes reach for tricks like the appeal to ignorance or whataboutism to seem more so. Some tricks. You can do better than that, Valentine, but it works. Some filthy tricks. I like filthy, Sergey. Devious tricks. Various tricks. That's quite good, Oksana. So the clock striketh in 13. Some devious tricks. Devious is a good word, I think, there from Bogdan and Julia. Persuasive. To seem more persuasive. Yes, Sergey. More credible, more persuasive, more trustworthy from Bogdan. For several tricks. Yeah. So several is definitely better than some. For certain tricks, that's a good word. To seem more likeable. Likeable just about. Several tricks. Yes, Manji. More appealing. Appealing is better than likeable. But it's to make their argument or similar tricks. For similar tricks. You see, I would say that they would reach for tricks similar to appeal to ignorance or whataboutism. Obscure tricks to seem more tenable. High white stripes. Go. To seem more flamboyant, more appealing. Okay, so here we go with the first one. Flattering themselves. Appeal to ignorance. Okay, so when people try to persuade you, they sometimes reach for underhand tricks like the appeal to ignorance or whataboutism. For certain tricks, yes, Sid. Huh? Well, they trick you. I haven't read it yet, White Stripes. Okay, so if no appeal to ignorance, well, nobody knows the reason why, so it must be true. For example. Okay, let's go for the next one. Scroll social media into the news. Or simply raise a hot button issue with an acquaintance, and within a matter of minutes you're to encounter a trap. Scroll social media. Hello, my Arab friend. I really wish could somebody tell me what? Okay, he's P. I can see the P, but I'd like to know what P stands for, because P is for Patricia. If you Dive into. Good, Oksana. Dive into. You're bound to encounter. Dive into. I like bound. Who was that? That's White Striped. Delve into. Delve is good, Bogdan. Dive into for Julia. Delve for believe. Dive into for Manji. There. You are ready. Ready doesn't fit so well, Valentine. You are bound to. Delve into for believe. If you come into, no. It's an Arabic character. You are prone to encounter. No, because prone means you're sensitive to. Peruse into the news. You're apt to encounter. I think peruse without the into, Nina. You're apt to encounter. Yeah. If you immerse into, definitely, Sergey. You dive into. You bring into. You're about to encounter a trap. Yes, Manu. About definitely works. Hi, Ronan. Lovely to see you. Prone, you're prone to encounter. If you're let's see, when it's cold, I'm prone to catching colds, or I'm prone to catch colds. It means you're sensitive to it. It can happen. So, hi, Freddie Mercury. If you're looking into, good, Sid. You're about to encounter, definitely, Manu. You're sure to encounter, good word, believe. You're susceptible to encounter. But you see, susceptible is prone, and it's you're vulnerable to encounter. But vulnerability talks about weakness, your weakness. You're vulnerable to encounter. You're vulnerable. It's normally vulnerable to noun. You're vulnerable to colds. You're vulnerable to an encounter with. If you're dragging into the news, dive. Likely. Bogdan. Well done, Bogdan. That's the right word. If you plunge into the news, good, Nina. If you're digging into the news, you're likely to. Yes, Manji. Heh. Majid. Okay, Majid. Welcome, Majid. I'll go for Majid unless Majid says something different. Thank you, Oksana. To witness. Yes, Bogdan. Thank you, Freddie. So, you tune into the news, you're likely to encounter. Well done, Bogdan. They're called logical fallacies. That looks too long, so. They're called logical fallacies. Then the ice cream is yours, Bogdan. Absolutely. Yeah, all the ice cream for that one is yours. So these are logical fallacies. A mistake in reasoning. Yes, definitely. They're called logical fallacies. Simply put, a logical fallacy is a flaw from White Stripes in reasoning that despite having no weight at all on a claim's actual merit, can very confusingly make that claim sound more confusing. A fault in reasoning. Good from Burb. Renyard, lovely to see you. It provided for. Okay, provided for the law included in it, or the document included in it, a way to add 6 new members. It's thinking about it, considering it. A mistake in reasoning for Bogdan. No real proof. Yes, Burb. It would be lack of reasoning, Renyard. A mistake from Manji is a misleading No arguments at all. Neither of them quite, Sergei. Despite a lack of reasoning. No evidence. Good, Manji. No evidence about. Evidence for. No evidence on. On. It could, but I think for would be a better word with evidence. Flaw and say. Flaw is very good, White Stripes. Having no. So. It's a flaw, isn't it? Yeah? A is a flaw in reasoning. Okay, so a flaw in reasoning. On a despite having no bearing on a claim's actual merit. Fault, premise, predication. Okay, so to have bearing on something, that on as well, Bogdan, is very good. So something has bearing on something else. Flaw does the job. Yeah, flaw does it perfectly. Is a flaw in reasoning, a mistake in reasoning. Has no weight on. Weight works very well, White Stripes. Yeah, has no weight on a claim's actual merit. What weight works very nicely. Bearing, it's very close, White Stripes. So continue. Using a logical fallacy doesn't it needn't Well done, Bogdan. Well done, White Stripes. Doesn't always, good word, Burb. Necessarily, well done, Oksana. Well done, Manu. Tune into a newspaper. Is this correct? No. Tune into a newspaper. Tune into a news channel. You see, Nina, tuning in is more, has the idea of the radio. And you're listening to the radio, you're tuning in. I guess you could tune in as well on a television and maybe an internet. Yeah, tune into a news channel. Tune into a channel. Doesn't always mean Sid. Yes, doesn't obviously mean. Good, Sergey. Doesn't actually mean. Good, Oksana. Doesn't necessarily for Manji, necessarily for Julia, in reality for Renyard, definitely. Doesn't really mean. Yes, it works, Renyard and Bogdan. Does not really mean. It's a lie, yes. But someone is wrong. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that someone is wrong. It's not necessarily. Doesn't always mean. It can, however, indicate either faulty thinking and flawed logic if used, or an attempt to the truth to be more persuasive if used deliberately. The Texas sharpshooter fallacy. So, for sure. I'm going to have to write your name down. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, so, for sure from Majid is used for sure. Is used correctly, appropriately. Both of, I think appropriately is better. Unintentionally to bend the truth. That's really good, Oksana. To twist the truth. Twist the truth, I like believe. If used properly, to cover the truth is good, Bogdan. Unintentionally, definitely, make not Reynard, but unintentionally, definitely. To obfuscate, I love obfuscate. Yeah, to hide the truth is good, White Stripes. To distort the truth, believe, good. Persuasive. If something is persuasive, it persuades you. It sounds very logical. It sounds very reasonable. A persuasive argument is an argument that has lots of logic and it sounds very good. On purpose, yes, Sergei. To distort the truth, yes, Sergei. An attempt to light the truth. To hide the truth. To hide the truth. To hide, absolutely, Burb. To distort, if used correctly. To tweak the truth. Yes, to tweak the truth I quite like. To attempt to obscure the truth. Yes, if used intentionally to obscure. Good, Sid. Twisted the truth. Yes, Manu. Passionately. To distort the truth. To hide the truth. So, it can, however, indicate either faulty thinking and flawed logic if used unintentionally, or an attempt to manipulate the truth to be more persuasive if used deliberately. To shadow the truth, to dilute the truth. To dilute the truth probably works, and shadow the truth very definitely, Manu. Either way, it's a flag that should further questioning and discussion. Absolutely. Well done, Oksana. That's such a collocation. Yeah? Well done, so. Should bring I'm less happy about. So red for Bogdan, unintentionally and manipulate is the opposite. It's the other way round. Yes, Manu. Purposefully. On purpose is better, believe. So red flag for Oksana and Burb. Red flag for Believe and Julia. That should require, good Burb. A red flag for Manisco. A red flag for Manji. Should raise. That's good, Bogdan. Raise I really like. Red and generate. Generate's a good word, Nina. Red and raise. Good, Rainyard. Hi, Knife. Lovely to see you. Red should bring... So it's bring to a halt, Sergei, but bring further question and discussion to a halt. To bring further... Should bring. Red definitely, Julia. Bring. Manipulate is something conscious. Absolutely, Manu. It's a red flag that should raise. Absolutely, Sid. Provoke. Yes, Nina. Should warrant. Warrant's a good word as well, believe. A red flag. Absolutely, Manu. Nebbish. It's not a word I know. Should entail. It sounds pretty formal. I have to have a look at it for you, Knife. Should lead to. Should incite. Yes, White Stripe. Should raise, Manji. Yes. High comments. That should avoid. That should provoke. That should prompt. It's a red flag that should prompt. I think raise for me is the best one. The best one I've seen. Yeah, should either. It's a red flag that should prompt. Should raise questions. You raise questions. Let's see. Okay, should raise or prompt further questions. Call for, yes, believe. that includes, crucially, in your thinking and in arguments that you agree with. Okay, so to prompt, yeah, looking for agreements. So from what I've seen, Knife, I'd probably give it a 6.5, something like that. I think I'm definitely going to make a video about it. Incentivize is a good word, Renyard. To open or stimulate a discussion. Hello, Alexander. In your critical thinking, good belief, critical thinking, and in arguments that you're loath to agree with, in your own thinking you're likely to agree with, good White Stripes, you're going to agree with, good Oksana. Critical thinking, definitely, that you're bound to agree with, that you're in your own thinking and arguments that you're going, well done Bogdan, that you're willing to agree with, good Burb. Opposite thinking, yeah. In your wishful thinking that you're struggling to agree with, both of those work very nicely, Alexander. In your important thinking, hi RP, lovely to have you. In your own thinking that you're bound, good Julia. You're going to, good Renyard. In your deep thinking that you're likely to agree with, that you're bound, good Bogdan. Critical thinking from, and you're repelling. Critical, yes, Sergey, but repelling, no. You're inclined to agree with. You're going to agree with. You're bound to agree with. Hi, Elena. Inclined to agree with. If it's an informal word, then it's a new word. It's some sort of neologism, Knife. Yeah, that you're inclined to agree with, yes. You refuse to agree with. Patricia! You're keen to agree with. That's lovely, Patricia. Okay. Inclined. So, once you know about logical fallacies, you'll see them everywhere. Why does this... Yes, lovely to have you, P. Better late than never. We've still got, yeah, probably another 10 minutes to go. So once you know about logical fallacies, you'll see them everywhere. Why does this happen? That looks pretty good from Oksana and White Stripes and Bogdan. Occur, yes. Happen from Burb. Why does this work? No, Sergey. Work doesn't work. Why does this happen without the S, Sid? Why does this happen now? Good Manu. Why does this persist? Yes, believe. Why does this happen from Julia? Occur from believe. Why does this occur from Renyard? Happen from Manji. Ensue. Good word, Nina. What? Hello, Elena. Great to have you. So, why does this materialize? Why does this occur? Absolutely, Patricia. Why does this matter? Why is this important? Okay, why does this matter? Why does this go on? Yeah. Because the more practiced you become at them, the better you can be at identifying flaws in people's thinking and refocusing dialogue back to an argument's. Why does this endure? Yes, comments, definitely. Recognizing is a good word, Bogdan. Well done, Oksana. That's the ice cream word, Oksana. Identifying them. Yes, but we've already got identifying in the sentence. Detecting protecting them. Good white stripes. Why does this persist? Yes, Patricia. Why does this take place? Yes, Elena. To an argument's cause. Yes, Oksana. Recognizing them for believe and sveta. Good. Core for the second one. Core is a good word, Bogdan. Well done. Recognizing, spotting and crux. Crux is a good word for the second one as well. That's both white stripes and Nina. Recognizing, back to an argument cause. Recognizing them very definitely. An argument's deciphering them. Refuting them. Refuting works, definitely. Refuting is a good word, Sergei. Well done. To an argument's gist. So, back to an argument's gist. Gist would work, Nina, here. At refuting them. Recognizing them. Locating them. At joining them. At spotting them. The argument's merit. So, spotting, that was definitely Oksana. Because the more practiced you become at spotting them, the better you can be at identifying flaws in people's thinking and refocusing dialogue back to an argument's merit. At expertising. Point definitely works, Elena. Spotting, yes. Core, crux, gist. Okay, yes, it's a good one. At decoding them. At expertising them. Wow, Manji, thank you. Thank you. That's so generous of you. Thank you, Manji. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's continue. Wow, I'm such a lucky guy. Thank you, Manji. I really appreciate that. Appeal to ignorance. This is when A of evidence is interpreted to mean a claim is real, rather than placing the of proof on the person making the claim. I believe this is a super chat, yes. Body of evidence. This is when a body of evidence a piece of evidence. Well done, Manu. Manu. Yes, Manuel. When a lack of evidence, that's the right word, Manu. Yeah, body's too much. That's the problem. Well done, Manu. It's the opposite, Oksana. Well done, believe. Okay, and Nina. Burden of proof. Burden of proof. Well done, believe, and Nina. The burden of proof, rather than placing the burden of proof on the person making the whole of the proof. Placing the whole of the proof. Whole would work, Burb. A pith. Pith is uncountable. The onus of proof. Onus would work as well, Patricia. Onus of proof. Burden of proof. Well done, Julia and Renyard. That was very good. Thank you again, Manji. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, a sample of evidence, a grain of evidence. So, look at this. The burden of proof. Well done, Manuel. Well done, Manuel. Yes, congratulations. Appeal to ignorance. This is when a lack of evidence is interpreted to mean a claim is real, rather than placing the burden of proof, the weight. Weight is a good word, Sid. Burden of proof, placing the responsibility for proof on the person making the claim. Yes. I got that. Okay. So, It's a fallacy that commonly underlines arguments for conspiracy theories. Okay, no question there. Okay, yes, this bit's great. Ask one of the estimated 10 million plus people who believe that lizards run the world about their evidence for example. So you're going to wonder what this is about, and this is a link to show it. Apparently, there are 10 million people who believe that lizards rule the world. For their theory, good word Bogdan. For their claims, good burb. Claim, Hashim, well done. Burden of proof to have enough evidence. Claim for Renyard and Alexander, good. Claim for Julia. For their belief, good word Sergei. For their belief, yes White Stripes. For their hypothesis, yes Nina. Lizards in your patio. One of the lizards is Mark Zuckerberg. I love it. Conspiracy for their... But okay, well, for their theory, Bogdan, their argument, good Sid. Well done, Renyard. For their existence, yes, existence works quite nicely, Sveta. I'm quite impressed by that. Their existence works. Flat earthers, it's the same idea, yeah. Okay, the theory, for their opinion, yes, Sergei. Hi, Nad, lovely to have you. For their thesis, yes, Hashim. Okay, let's continue. For their claim, their theory, their claim. Okay, for their claim. And they counter for their being. Okay. And they counter, reply, well, these lizards are too to leave any evidence. That's what makes the situation so dangerous. Okay, this is a lack of evidence, using a lack of evidence to prove that something is true. Immediately, good word, they instantly, good Oksana and Bogdan. Too smart, yes Oksana. They shall. Shall, I don't like White Stripes. Intelligent, yes White Stripes. And they then counter, yes Burb, definitely. Too smart, yes Hashim. Too sneaky, good word Bogdan. And they indeed will counter, yes Patricia. May and sneaky from Alexander, that's May is the closest yet. They even counter. Too elusive, yes Nina. They accidentally, not accidentally, but they're too smart. I think smart is the right word, Julia. Too stealthy for Bogdan and Hashim. They're too wily is a good word, Patricia. 12 these lizards are too. They can counter. They can counter. They're too wily, W-I-L-Y, Renyard, for their intelligence. Too smart, yes Burb. They aptly counter. They're too evasive. Shall, I'm not happy with Sergei. Too quick-witted. They might. That's the ice cream word, White Stripes. They usually counter. Too clever, good. Too clever to leave evidence. They might counter, well done now. They're too slippery, too furtive, too surreptitious, yes Hashim. Too ingenious, yes Nad. Lizards, of course, are too smart when they can see me come to the rocks. Yes, I did. I slept quite well last night. Canny. It's canny, Bogdan. They instantly counter. Too prudent, yes, definitely. Elena. Too cunning. Yes, White Stripes. How can you be? It's not true. You might wind up your head, but hopefully it's not because you've been persuaded. Sure, absolutely. Well done, Nad. Well done, Bogdan. To be sure, well done, Oksana. To be sure for Burv. They are too uncanny, no. Too canny means smart, intelligent. Uncanny means strange and supernatural. I guess it works. Okay, how can you how can you be persistent? Be sure. Yes, Manji. You be insist. No. How can you be certain? Yes, Manisco. Certain. You might losing your head. No, I didn't have a thought of the Venus at all. Wind up around your... So blind, no. Nodding your head. So, you might... how can you be certain? Scratching your head. Well done, Nina. Yes, you scratch your head because you're not sure. How can you be convinced? Yes, Patricia. So, wind up. Yes, scratching your head. That's it, Manji. How can you be that sure? Good, Hashim. Scraping your head. You scratch your head. You scratch your head because you don't know. How can you be sure? You're going to end up scratching your head. Rascarse la cabeza. That's it, Manu. Yeah. You might end up scratching your head. I don't understand this. Okay, so let's try another one. To wind up, to end up, this is the end of a situation. The company was losing money and finally it wound up broke. To end up, how a situation ends. We wound up winning the match 2-1. They've... Scratching your head. They've sold you. Good word. Okay, they sold you. How can you be positive? Yes, it does actually work, although it's got a double meaning. They have caught you the trap. They've caught you in the trap. They've sold you. It's got to be sold now. They've given you. Given I don't really like. I don't like given much. They've caught you in the trap. They put you. Put would work. Indoctrinated you into the trap. They've sold you the trap. Sold definitely, Sid. They've set you the trap. To set a trap. Yes. They've caught you in the trap. Catch in. Not into. They've caught you in the trap. They've pulled you into, Manisco. They've leveraged you into. They've thrown you into. They've sold you, definitely, Manji. They've set you. They prepared you the trap. Yes, Renyard. Notice though, set a trap. Yeah, to put a trap. Okay, come on, last one then. Ad hominem. This is the very last one for today. This is a fallacy in which a claim is on of an aspect of someone's character, identity, motivations, or even the relationships they have with others. They have dug the trap. Dug the trap would work, Manu, yes. Is predicated. On the nature. Nature for the second one, Nina. Yes. Well done, Oksana. Is based on. Based on for Sveta. Is based on for Renyard. Based on for Burb. Is dismissed on the quality. That's very good. That's even better. Which a claim is dismissed on the quality of an aspect of someone's character. You can say set someone a trap. Set a trap for someone. Or set someone a trap. Okay. Set a trap for someone. Set someone a trap. That's a really good question, Alexander, and it's about this problem with direct and indirect objects. But you can say both, Alexander. Is founded. Founded would work again. Is based on the nature. Yes, Julia. On the looks of an aspect. Yes, Burb. Is found. Is founded. Notice now, it needs to be the past participle is founded on the idea, is based on the nature. Nature's a good word, Bogdan. Basis is dismissed on the basis of an aspect. Yes, Oksana, that looks much, much better. Based on the characteristics. Yes, Manji. Based on the nature of somebody's character. It's good, Bogdan. On the imperfection. I would say the imperfections plural, Renyard, but yes, is grounded on the evidence of an aspect. Yes, Nina. Is rejected. Rejected definitely, Manu. Long life the lizards. On the elements of an aspect. Good, Patricia. Is stayed. Not stayed. Is rejected on the basis. Is rejected on the basis. That to me sounds like Oksana. The claim is based on the description. Okay, based basis. So enough for today. Hearsay. It's been a great class. Thank you all for coming. I've really enjoyed it today. So next, next, thank you, Manji. Thank you for the generous donation. Next stream is on Tuesday, which is the 16th of June at what time? At 11, no, it's at 10 a.m. UK time. So thank you all for coming. It's been great. So it's lovely to see you, and a special thanks to Manji for her generosity. So participants, thank you to Alexander and Burb and Bogdan and comments. Thank you to Elena, and thank you to Ida Bakos. Thank you to Julia and Manisco and Manji and Manu and Naif and Nan and Nina and Oksana and Patricia. Thank you to Renyard and Sid and Sveta and to Sergey and to White Stripes. It was a great class today. Thank you very much. So thank you all. It's been great having you. Take care and bye for now.